Hi Jesse, as I mentioned in the previous video, there's too big of a value jump from, say, steps orange through cyan in the 6th row to the 7th row. You can see purple doesn't jump that much, neither does the cyan. It's a little less than or more than the purple, but still not as much as these 4 colors. So your last row looks good, your first row looks good. Your second row is fine. The yellow can go darker so that it has better vanishing boundaries with the orange and the green next to it. And this looks great, but there's a distinct boundary here, so this doesn't vanish. So in essence, all of these could go probably a bit darker, and maybe the purple just a tiny bit lighter. I think that the magenta looks okay. It could also go maybe just a tiny bit lighter, but I would change these first and then see how it affects these two. And then look at the row overall, how it goes from row 1 to row 2 in terms of the equal value contrast. Look how soft this is with the yellow. That's a clue that it needs to go darker compared to, say, this one or this one, or even this one. Moving on. So this row, especially these 4 again, need to go darker. And you kind of need to move in that fashion. So if these are all a little bit darker, these are all a little bit darker, then you need to think about what it does to the equal value contrast here. In the end, when you look at your scale as a whole, these appear to be these rows all appear to be kind of one big step. And you'll see that they all kind of progress as one big giant step vertically. So you'll have equal value contrast between entire rows. So that's when your vanishing boundaries are all working well. And right now you kind of see this kind of appears to be a big rectangle in the middle, surrounded by kind of these darker values here, purple on the right and magenta on the left. And that's what happens when you don't have equal or a vanishing boundary. So none of these boundaries vanish, and none of these boundaries vanish. And then, of course, we talked about how that's a big jump in value. So when you fix those, it's going to definitely improve how your design gradates and makes transitions within the transparencies.